alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this guppies and rebel now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high. I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and rebel now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high. I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday. On this Monday, man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and y'all know this is Music Monday, where we take a break from sneakers real quick and just talk about what's going on in the sneaker world. Now, you know I can't help but go talk about pretty much the halftime show with Kendrick Lamar, right? Okay, so that's already on the top of tonight's topics. Definitely going to make sure I cover that as well. And of course, speaking of that, we'll transition on to Kanye West, which I may even start there first, and then the beef and the drama that's been going on with Rick Ross, 50 Cent, Lil Meech, Big Meech. Like, it's literally just one of those, like, I definitely probably should start there first, because I'm only going to be on this joint for like an hour. Definitely been a long day for the kids, so y'all definitely smash that like button as y'all come in and out. But the halftime show, I will say that personally, yeah, I really wasn't surprised. I wasn't impressed, and I'm going to say this. It's not because everybody's trying to come at me in the Discord. Shameless plug, by the way. Sign up for the Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it's free to sign up, where, of course, I kind of already expressed my thoughts already during the Super Bowl, which I'm not surprised of the outcome, but at the same time, I want to talk the halftime performance and where I feel like, to be honest, where the ball was dropped. It's not really about being like, am I a Kendrick fan or I'm not a Kendrick fan? So y'all let me know if audio and visual is okay as well. Just making sure everything is looking good, because Music Monday set up. very similar to Sold Outs, but it's kind of takes. I have so much going on now. I just want to make sure I'm in the right spot. But yeah, we're definitely gonna be talking Kendrick's performance. We're gonna be talking Kanye and how he's out of nowhere starting to support Diddy, and then just kind of went left with it. So I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm very curious if he's doing this for attention or what. So I definitely want to talk about that tonight as well. And then, like I said, the 50 Cent beef situation, which I'm kind of not surprised to see this kind of like come to light. You know what I'm saying? Because reality is, Fifth, it's either you go agree with him all the time or you don't, or you gotta, I don't know, maybe he's just a person of no sign of disrespect, and once you cross that line, I don't think you can come back. And I could probably what am I looking for? I could probably easily debunk myself from that one by saying, well, him and Fat Joe had beef and they were able to squash it. So, I mean, technically I was wrong. But let's see what we got in the building real quick, and then I'm just going to dive right in on tonight's topic. I'm only going to be on this joint for like an hour. I'll probably start, right? We'll start with the Super Bowl stuff, and then we'll go from there, and then we'll go to Kanye, and we'll close out with 50 and Rick Ross. So I want to start there. I also want to get you guys' thoughts of what y'all thought on the Super Bowl performance. Now, in my opinion, right, the Super Bowl performance halftime, right, to the best of my knowledge, the artists don't get paid, so you really got to go all in. I think they take care of the budget of what you need for your set, this, that, and the third, but, you know, it's kind of one of those, you're getting ready to appeal to a broader audience, which you've already done, because I don't think they would let you come on that bigger stage, pause, if you didn't already do that. So in my time, and I look at it like this, if you get that opportunity, because that's what it seems like, right? You don't want to not waste your time going at your op. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one little jab here and there, but I mean, like, I just feel like Kendrick the entire time just was like, I felt like, in my opinion, it's like almost at this point, everybody's saying he won the beef with him and Drake, this, and the third, but it's like, is he kicking him while he down, or is he living rent-free in his head at this point? You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at with it. But let's see what we got in the building in the chat, and then we'll keep the party going here. But that's just my little 2 cents on it. I'm going to dive further into it. I think they broke down, like, a review of all the stuff that he did. And, of course, he has SZA as a special guest. Now, from what I've seen in the Sold Out Discord, and I don't know if this is true, but I actually that's the only part of the actual Super Bowl that I actually like of the performance whenever she came out. The rest of the stuff, this is my thing, right? Kendrick got too many timeless classic hits for him to just be focused on one person. I'm not saying he couldn't have performed the diss song, right? But I mean, like, he performed several, like, 2 different versions. Like, it all seemed like it came back to that, and it was a play and a show built off just to point at Drake, in my opinion. You know, and that's what I feel like. Let's see what we got in the building real quick, and then we're going to keep the party going here. I'm going to share my screen in like a few seconds. Again, let me know if audio and visual is okay. We got official Wild Boy SK in the building, says, yo, what up? What up, official Wild Boy SK? Smash that like button, homie. Appreciate it. Slayer says, West Gucci sneaker familiar. Says, I feel you, big bro Jay. The halftime show wasn't it. It was okay at best. Be careful saying that around some diehard West Coast people. Because I'm telling you this, it's a person in Discord, and I don't got no beef, but they see it completely different. And I'm not mad at that. You're supposed to ride for the West, but in my opinion, it just, when you get that bigger audience, you got to make it, it's time out for that. It ain't about Drake. You know what I'm saying? This is my thing. I'm going to see if I can find like the set list of all the songs that Kendrick's performed during the Super Bowl. That's what I'm going to try to find. I'm hoping it's in the article, but if not, if I get in the article and I see that they don't cover the songs that were dropped, that he played, I'm going to Google them and find them. Somebody has to have done it. And I want to see why we don't have, like, when you think of Kendrick, he's got some timeless hits. One of the songs that I would have loved to hear on there is Swimming Pools. That's something I feel like is a universal song that we all know. You know what I'm saying? Swimming Pools, like that Pull Up, Drink, that joint. That one, timeless classic. The J-Rock joint, him and J-Rock. That's another timeless classic one. And no matter how you slice it and dice it, Poetic Justice with Drake, I mean, it's a time. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have did. I think there was room for improvement. He should have not focused so West Coast. Because my thing is like this. That opportunity has come and gone because that's what Dr. Dre had. It made sense when they had it in, on the West Coast when the Super Bowl was there, but Dr. Dre got that. And this is where I bring back and stem back to this point too. No matter how you slice and dice it, it should have went to Young Money and Lil Wayne. Preferably Lil Wayne with guests. And yes, Wayne would have had to play the same thing. And think about it. If Wayne, take all who's the better performer out of it, right? If Wayne would have got to do the Super Bowl in New Orleans, right? In Louisiana, where he's from, right? I don't think he's going to play any diss songs. He's going to play his timeless classic hits that everybody know. And no matter how you slice it and dice it, Lollipop is an iconic song that I feel like the majority of the world has heard. Slayer says they did Wheezy Dirt. They definitely did. And my thing is this, I was talking to a family member of mine about this yesterday. Reality is, Wayne, he got a lot of stuff that's probably not good for the Super Bowl, sure, but he's got some hits that he could have got together. And then think about this. What Wayne would have brought to the table, no matter how you slice and dice it, he's brought two icon musical legends who got timeless hits too. And I'm talking, and no, even if you don't like them or not, you've heard this, whether you like their music or not, you've heard it. Nicki Minaj, Drake, you know what I'm saying? And he could bring out, it could be a Hot Boys reunion right there to close out the show. And of course, Wayne got his own hits too. He can do a whole set by himself because think about, Wayne has done features with Destiny's Child, right? Wayne, name a feature who he hasn't done features with. And I'm not trying to overly get up here and sell Wayne, and that's not my intentions, right? But that's just something that you got to keep in the back of your mind. And I hope deep down inside, and I can't prove it, but I hope deep down inside that Jay-Z did his very best to try to sell Wayne to, whoever he got to sell it to get the final approval. Because I know Jay-Z makes the call, but I think it still probably everybody's got a boss. So I'm assuming he should have went up there and sold it to him. You know what I'm saying? Is Wayne the most, whatever, right? Is he the best performer? Debatable. He's had some great performances, but I feel like he would have took this one serious. But I wouldn't have wanted him to get up there screaming and doing all that other stuff we couldn't make it out. You get in there and you perform, you take it serious. Somebody should have got over there like a bird, man. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You don't need a yes man. This is not the yes man show. This is we taking it serious and show why you deserve to be here. Which Wayne has put in the work to show why he deserves to be there. But I didn't want Wayne, and let's just call it for what it is. I don't know what he does behind the scenes, but I would want to focus Wayne and sounding like, you know what I'm saying? He is really taking it serious. So yes, he could have did it. Slayer says a milli, exactly. Oh my God, think about that, right? Remember him and T-Pain? They had that run. What was that? The Carter 3? If I'm not mistaken, it was the Carter 3. They had that run too. So easily, T-Pain could have been brought out. Easily, you got to bring out T-Pain. You know what I'm saying? Drake, Nicki, T-Pain, Cash. That's my thing. He's got so many. That whole Carter 3 album is classic. My favorite Wayne album is Carter 2, by the way. But I could arguably see why somebody say 3 is the best because it is truly one of those albums you can put on, press play, and it gets to a point where it seems like it was made in sequence. Even the music videos too. It seems like they tried to do that and it got semi-lost. And maybe you just got to kind of watch them all together. I'm pretty sure somebody on YouTube has probably made a constellation and put them all together already. But again, we're just arguing why it should have been Wayne. Focus Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Focus Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do in your free time, Wayne, do it after the show. But he's also a big football fan too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, and I'm not saying Kendrick's not. And this is my thing too. Kendrick already got to be a part of the West Coast one with Dre and them. He's already been there. And I know everybody said, well, he's had the hottest song. It was a diss song, but at the same time, it's like, no disrespect. He's milked that situation, in my opinion. Allegedly his whole live, alleged and opinionated base. And see, I ain't even read into anything yet, but I feel like Kendrick's already milked that Drake diss stuff as much as it's gonna go. You got your Grammys out of it, you got your hits, you won the battle. Even though I technically could debate that one too, you know, of who had the better songs. But you're looking at, I look at Drake and Kendrick beef as somebody who truly really didn't have no real hard evidence or real beef against each other. These are just two guys that were simply trying to be the best at rap / hip hop. And yes, both of them probably said some stuff that may or may not be true about each other. Because usually how diss songs pop off, and we don't like for them to end this way. But think about it, most diss songs is usually something personal going on behind the scenes that we don't know, and they take shots at each other, and then hopefully they just leave it right there in the music. But we've seen it where fights have broken out. We've seen it where other things have happened as well. But you know that with Drake and Kendrick, that was the least of our worries. No disrespect. And if it was something like that was going to pop off, it wasn't going to be Drake or Kendrick fighting or doing XYZ, right? But I say all that to say, I don't think these guys had anything personally against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those, these guys just show that you give them a beat, they can make a song, they can make a hit. But we already knew that. To be honest, I don't even feel like there was no need for them to even have of who the battle of the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't got no real beef or drama against nobody, there's no point in really making a diss song. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, diss songs are supposed to cut a little deep. And did they both do that? Yes. But I think where the problem came into play was that stuff true on either side? We don't know. You know what I mean? Let's see. Wild Boy says, yeah, I don't like K-Dot, but if I say that, I'm hating. They also did Wayne super dirty. That's his home. Exactly. And that's the thing too. That's what somebody would say. And let me clarify it. I'm not mad or anything because everybody got their opinion, but that's what it's like. Everybody know you don't like Kendrick. I never said that. I like Kendrick's music. When I'm in the mode or in the mood to listen to Kendrick. When I go to the gym, there's some song, like, to be honest, one of my favorite songs with Kendrick is a joint he did with K-Dot. Or no, the shit he did with, that's him actually. But when he did the shit with Kodak, I meant to say Kodak, my bad. But yeah, I like the joint with him and Kodak. Another person that could have easily, that's another thing. The only person he brings out is SZA, which she did a great job, even though, you know, rumors is she was lip singing. I don't know. But this is my thing. All I'm saying and all I was trying to say last night, dog, you got the biggest stage and you got everybody's attention. Majority of the world is watching this. You know, even the non-football players. Some people just watch the Super Bowl just for the halftime show. And you made it about your op. You know what I'm saying? Let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this. You could have easily brought out somebody like a Kodak. Somebody we probably, no disrespect, I like Kodak's music too, but I don't know when and or if we would ever see. I'm not saying he ain't gonna ever do the Super Bowl show, but you know, look what you gotta do to achieve that. And not saying Kodak can't do it, because Kodak got some stuff, but if they think Wayne wasn't fit for the Super Bowl, and I'm not saying that's what they think, but that's what it kind of comes across, right? But if Wayne couldn't get a Super Bowl, you think they gonna let Kodak get a Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? Just let that sink in too. Because if you put them together, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell where Wayne influenced majority of hip hop. This is why he should have been doing the show. Like, Kendrick got his own style and this, that, and the third. But today's artists, whenever you see them in an interview and they're like, who are your people you looked up to musically, this, that, and the third, I'm going to say 8.5, almost 9 times out of 10, Wayne name comes out of majority of today's rappers' mouth. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because of what he brought to the game. Again, I don't understand why this couldn't be easily brought up. I did see Master P coming out at the beginning of the intro, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But reality is, And I'm not here to sell Wayne. I'm not trying to do that. I kind of just went in a frenzy right there, and I ain't even sharing my screen, no nothing. But y'all get what I'm trying to say, man. Slayer says, "Got Money." Yep, definitely another classic song. That's what T-Pain. And ironically, for the ones who know, if you know, there was actually supposed to be a collab joint album with, and I would still like to hear it. I know it got scrapped. I think they actually did it, but they just never put it out, and it got scrapped because the label, it was too much label stuff involved, to the best of my knowledge, but don't quote me on that. But there was supposed to be a Lil Wayne and T-Pain joint album, like actual, like where they go on each song together, like kind of how you see like a Future and like Young Thug did it. Future's done Slevo collab, like Drake and Future. You were supposed to have like again, another example of how influential these guys are. You know what I'm saying? Because the best of my knowledge, Wayne and them were going to do that. And I'm not saying they did it first, but obviously if I still remember it and it never came out, obviously it would have been a different ball game. Slayer says Wayne and T-Pain would have definitely killed it. Most definitely. T-Pain, people say Wayne, this is my thing. Wayne could have Wayne's done so much for hip hop, work ethic, and that's another thing too, right? And I'm gonna say this. Yes, I'm a Wayne fan, and yes, I'm a K-Dot fan. One thing, do I like majority of Wayne's music? No. But this is where I give Wayne the edge. And yes, he's been out longer. He's been out since 1990. He's been dropping since 999, dog. 1999. But this is where what I'm trying to say is, the reason Wayne is where he's at is not necessarily, yes, his hits and all that stuff plays a big factor, but his work ethic is what puts him above the edge where his name is always going to be ever cemented into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? How many songs is, and let me put it this way. If Wayne's made 1 million songs, in my opinion, hell, 100 of them are good, but we've also seen it, and I'm not saying this is Wayne, but work with me with this one. Honestly, if you do one great, super timeless song, really, you can eat off that for the rest of your life if you do it right. So Wayne's done millions, or thousands, right? And think about it. He's got more than enough hits, more than enough features. Wayne, in my opinion, I said after Carter 4, low-key, he should have just left it right there and just done nothing but features for every artist and just charge not necessarily an arm and a leg, but I mean, make sure that's all he had to do was get in his feature bag. And he did, and he still does. You know what I'm saying? I like now, Wayne, I like to listen to now, I like to hear him on the features because it seems like when he gets on a feature, he has I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but he lets the people know like, hey, this is what I do. I rap. You know what I'm saying? He's also one of the people that has been quoted for not writing none of his lyrics down, because if you see him rehearsing for a show, 9 times out of 10 he looks at the set list and he has to practice those songs because he's made so many songs. And hell, he's probably not saying he forgot what he said, but hell, he needs a reminder. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of the people that's got one album. You know what I'm saying? And then think about this, how many mixtapes did he do? You know what I'm saying? All that comes into a factor and a play into the game, and you got to think that in. So that will be what comes with the game. You know what I'm saying? And you got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? Manny with the kicks in the building says, "Yep, what up, Manny? What up, what up, what up?" My bad. I just went on like a mini Wayne rant, and I wasn't trying to. But y'all get what I'm saying, man. K-Dot stuff was okay. And then I heard, the person's response was basically like, well, Rihanna Super Bowl performance sucked too, pause. This is my thing. If we got to run it back, Usher did last year's, right? If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that. That was a halftime show. Timeless classic songs. He threw us some new stuff. He sang and danced and choreographed. He changed. I'm trying to figure out, and maybe that was another thing too. Usher did such a tremendous job that the way he changed, like, think about it. The camera would cut away from him to the dancers, and then like 2 seconds later, he would be in a whole nother outfit. I'm like, how the hell are y'all changing this man so fast? And then when his performance stopped, completely out of breath, and it was definitely worth it because that man worked, and I think he said he got $500 for it. You know what I'm saying? It definitely, but I know them numbers went up for Usher. It had to. But I just got to give credit where credit is due, man. But let me share my screen here. I'm going to start out with this K-Dot stuff since it's already on my mind. Then we'll transition to Kanye West and him supporting Diddy. And then we'll close out with Rick Ross and the BMF beef. So pretty much, let me share my screen right here. Boom, y'all guys should be seeing my screen right here. Hopefully everything is visual and audio and everything is looking good. So where we at real quick, it says Kendrick Lamar served up beef with a smile at the Super Bowl, putting an exclamation mark on the beef with Drake. Kendrick Lamar performed Not Like Us and several GNX songs at the Super Bowl. Here's what they thought of the show. This is my thing. That's okay. And I wasn't impressed. Remember, we did a live on his GNX album. I really wasn't impressed with that joint. You know what I'm saying? But I'll read through this just for a little bit, and then we're going to transition on to Kanye West because I want to make sure that I get this. So at the 10-minute mark of this joint, so around about 7:45, I'm going to transition on to Kanye West because this right here I could probably revisit easily. But where we at real quick, let me read this joint. It says, let's see. Leading up to Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show, there was one question that dominated conversations. Would he perform the brutal diss track Not Like Us? And yeah, that was, and I got tired of hearing that too, by the way. Should he perform it? Why not? Blah, blah. My thing is, he could have hit a sample that joint and not made it a big deal. All he had to do was hit the A minor line joint, because that's all the crowd knew anyway, and get right back to on his bag. To be honest, I could have did without it, because he's got better hits than that, in my opinion. Slayer says, the car was the best part. I mean, yeah. The set itself wasn't too bad. I don't understand. And I know Samuel L. Jackson was in that joint too. I don't know. It just could have been better. I would have liked him to perform with J-Rock. You know, if you, and this is the thing, people like, the people who go, he's so West Coast, this West Coast. We should have seen J-Rock out there. You know what I'm saying? We should have seen some of the people he's worked with in the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a good time to bring out the game too, no matter how you slice it and dice it, dog. But, you know, I would say game, you know, it would have been interesting, you know, because remember when the West Coast went down and Kendrick was there and Drake was there, and no, who was it? Kendrick, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, you know, 50 Cent. And, you know, the game was in his feelings about it, as he should be, you know, but this would have been a good way to have been like, hey, man, I'm really putting on for the West Coast culture, in my opinion. But anyway, it says, and if he did, what kind of compromises would he make in a performing song? One in which labels one of the most popular rappers of all time, and I'm going to just use the P word here, and it's talking about Drake. It says, it turns out, yes, Kendrick would perform Not Like Us. And wow, and this is another thing too. Cool. What about when it all kicked off? This would have been a good opportunity to bring out somebody like Future, where, to be honest, Future's got more than enough hits to do a Super Bowl like halftime show, but I don't think they're ready for a Future too. I mean, this is the thing. Is Future clean? Like, Wayne's not the cleanest image. Neither is Kodak. And Future, he's got, you know, he talks a bad boy talk, but we ain't never really seen nothing other than a few mugshots. But I mean, this would have been a good time to get him out there too, because, you know, he's worked with him as well. It says, if he did, what kind? We read that part. It says, turns out Kendrick performed Not Like Us, and while we wouldn't hear the P word, we did get another brutal strike aimed at Drake, with the song serving as a centerpiece for the performance that typically functions as the greatest hit shows. That's my thing. See, he didn't perform, in my opinion, his greatest hits. I guess that's just what we're accustomed and that we're used to. And maybe that's where maybe I'm wrong. He don't got to perform his greatest hits, but it would have been nice to see more of his timeless hits in there. Before the performance, which took place at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Kendrick spoke about being in the moment. He told Ebro and Nadeska, I love being present. Man, it's very hard for me to live in the past. And this is, okay, so that was his thing where, okay, so you got one up on Drake, and now you don't want to let it go. Dog, that was so last year, in my opinion. And I know we just starting this year off, but I'm like, dog, I'm not really, I don't know. It could have been done better. Even if you're going to, this is not the time, like I said, this is not the time to diss your album. Totally different audience. You know what I'm saying? Because the Super Bowl is a very broad audience. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? This is not hip hop where like, all right, we got it. You know what I'm saying? No. It says, and this was and this was evident in the performance that focused mainly on his last album, GNX, for 13 minutes. Kendrick rocked to the stage mostly by himself. Yes, halfway through the set, he was joined by SZA for Luther and All the Stars, which I like the Luther joint. I think that was a nice, smooth transition, but to be honest, that should have been the only song he should have played that was current. All the rest of them should have been timeless classic hits, in my opinion. But the performance was always felt like Kendrick's show, one that featured all of the Easter eggs, the theatrical kicks, and the quality emceeing we come to expect from the rapper. And given the direct and confrontational manner and how he addressed his beef with Drake, it's a performance we will be talking about for dissecting for years. I don't think we're gonna be talking about for years. I personally wasn't impressed. We're gonna close this. Like, it's over with. I'm ready to see who we get next year and where we going. You know what I'm saying? I'm already over it, in my opinion. Says opening up the show with the unreleased song is a new kind of flex. Yeah, I guess. But I mean, you gotta open up, in my opinion, and I don't know what you're saying. Well, Jeremy, you go set the show up. But my thing is, open it up with something everybody know with her. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, get that excitement and then bring it, like, I don't know. I don't know. I would have transitioned it differently. You know what I'm saying? It's like a show. It's simple. Beginning, middle, and end. Just like shooting a video. Just like anything. You got to bring your audience in. Boom. He could have built up to that joint where, okay, we're settled in, we're accepting it, and then boom, you bring us back down with some more hits and close out. He could have easily closed out smooth. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it was something that we're not used to, and maybe that's what threw me off. It says one of the most popular bets before the halftime performance was the first song performed would be. It says going into the evening, the favorite was Humble. For the record, we thought it would be the latest #1 hit, Squabble Up. Let's see, because he's got songs with Rihanna. That could have easily brought her out there too. You know what I'm saying? There's so many avenues and ways he could have did this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say the show was bad. I'm just saying it could have been, it's room for improvement. That's the nicest way I can put it. Room for improvement. So as it turns out, Kendrick would start things with the songs that was completely off the board. Kendrick has been teasing Body since we saw the trailer announcing GNX back in November, but the performance is the most we've heard of the record until the first verse, ending with the very, and I'm going to use the P word here, revolutionary is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. The moment is actually incredible featuring. Featuring is hard enough to perform new music on stage this large, but opening up your set with new music, unprecedented. So, I mean, I get it. But at the same time, he knows that he was going to be doing the show, so he's been practicing. It's not like he didn't get a chance to be practicing either, man. I don't want to sit up here and just give this man all the flowers. Again, we're going to keep it moving here. So you see this is right here. Little slots of it. There's you got Samuel L. Jackson on this joint, which this kind of caught me off guard, but I get it. He was supposed to be delivering a particular message, right? So I'm not going to take shots at Samuel L. Jackson. I'm not. So and this is him performing right here too. Again, definitely could, I don't know. This is all this. I get where he was trying to bring unity and represent that for the culture, but he's got so many songs that can do that. Manny says the Super Bowl could have avoided the performance, but hella of a game, though. It says the Super Bowl couldn't avoid the performance, but hella of a game. I ain't gonna say that. That was not a hella of a game, Manny. KC did not, like Kansas City Chiefs did not show up. And to be honest, the only reason they even was scoring in the end, off mode but on mode, is because once Philly saw they had the game on lock, they took the starters out all across the board and just let, the second string come in, and it showed. That's how they, of course, now the second string, and of course Kansas City is doing their thing, because Philly's already done what they're supposed to do. No disrespect to the Kansas City Chiefs fans or to the Philly fans. I'm just saying, like, it's one of those. And then I thought everybody kept talking about his necklace, but I don't think that actually had anything to do with Drake, to the best of my knowledge. And no disrespect, but his homie rocking bell bottoms, I'm going to just leave it right there. Because I know there's been a thing. I can't get jiggy with it. But yeah, it looks like homie's rocking bell bottoms. I'm going to leave it right there. These people just look kind of out of it right now. Manny says, KC got smacked down on no WEE or no WWE. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I hope nobody ain't had no money on the jink. I had thought about, and the thing is that I didn't bet. But had I would have bet, I was going to bet on Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not going to lie, dog. I was like, I'm going to bet on them because, you know, Mahomes don't let you down. But that boy, he was slinging them interceptions like it was candy out here, bro. Pause. And I'm going to just leave it right there. But he really, I mean, everybody has a tough night, you know. But you still get to the biggest, you don't get to the biggest stage by mistake like that. You know what I mean? I'm going to leave it right there. Says, was Kendrick was asked to describe the halftime show during an interview in the Apple Music last week. He responded with a single word, storytelling. And I get it. He was telling a story, and I guess we got to put the pieces together. It is what it is. And that's exactly what unfolded. He was there. Has been as much dialogue during the Super Bowl halftime show. Legendary actor Samuel L. Jackson, playing Uncle Sam, helped narrate the show, and Kendrick repeatedly spoke directly into camera between songs, telling a story about America, hip-hop culture, and yes, Drake. Kendrick has always been a theatrical performer. Let's see. His Big Steppers tour in 2022 was basically a play, and he took advantage of the Super Bowl stage to fully indulge in his inner theater kid on Sunday night. There was elaborate dance routines, dramatic camera angles, American imagery, so pretty much certain images that he was putting up there, visual callbacks to his music videos, a consistent game theme that involved from beginning to end, and even at the appearance from the Capella group, the GNX deep cut Man in the Garden. It was a Super Bowl performance fit for Broadway. So I could say that, and I'm not gonna click on any of these and play because I already know that's immediately copy strike because his music is already it's hot out there right now. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get caught lacking on that one on YouTube. Manny says, time for the Angles to do a three-peat now. My thing is this, I still think it still should have went to Wayne. Now, would Wayne would have gave us that whole theoretical? No, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I think they would have helped Wayne get some stuff together. Honestly, you know what? I would have liked to see him do how he did that whole thing for his pretty much Got Money video where he's like robbing a bank and off and chilling, blah, blah. He could have reenacted that whole thing, but have like a little twist to it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thing. It says the camera needs a rise in the image of how it must have been in the live control room where all of the ish was going on, but the NFL, Fox, Apple Music put a very cinematic live broadcast, mostly without a hitch, besides some of the unfortunate audio issues they pulled off. And that's another thing too. I didn't want to bring it up. I thought it was my TV and my soundbar, but the quality of the music was, you know, Usher stuff, Usher already had his playlist together. He had so many hits, but the quality was the last thing we was worried about. I ain't gonna lie, and I hate to compare it to the Usher because I know Usher's R&B and Kendrick's hip hop and rap, but Usher's performance had me getting up like, hey, I can't dance like Usher, but I'm about to attempt to, like I'm Chris Brown in this, you know what I'm saying? Which that's another person too, off mode but on mode. I think he should get us a halftime show too. Off mode but on mode. Just FYI. But anyway, yeah, so they had some pretty much audio issues. They pulled off the series of intense close-ups and sweeping pans, executing a broadcast that felt more like a high-budget music video than a traditional live performance. True says this is actually the third year in a row of noticeably improved production value. Remember the rotating shots of the roller skating Usher in 2024? Usher's was pretty dope. Or the striking on-field close-ups of the newly pregnant Rihanna in 2023. I kept enough in giving the crews the raise. So this is my thing. They were definitely saying that. So I'm going to stop it right there because I can go on and on for this Kendrick stuff, but I'm only going to be on for like another 15 minutes. But point is, he focused, in my opinion, he focused a little too much on Drake. He kept, when the camera come back to him, he'll say something and he's like, hi, Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on, man. Little bit too much. Mandarin Kick says, Ye need to do a Super Bowl. No, we're about to transition to Mr. Ye right now. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. Great segue, Manny. Ye can't, this the thing. Ye could have had the opportunity to do a Super Bowl had he played ball game. But he gets on these Twitter rants and these social media rants when some of the stuff I'm not, and I don't in any way, shape, or form support the stuff that Ye is saying. But some of the stuff you got to know that you got to keep between you and your homies when y'all having a few drinks and smoking one, like your real thoughts and stuff like that. When y'all get into these heated debates, like you ever been chilling with somebody and like y'all having a few drinks and you get lit, and then this person get so far left field, you be like, man, this MF, I love him, but he crazy as I don't know what. That's Ye. You don't take that to the internet. And he got super disrespectful. But see, he started out with this, right? To the best of my knowledge. He goes, Kanye West defends Diddy and asks Trump to free him. Puff, we love you. Cool. He started out where I'm like, all right, somebody finally speaking up versus just letting Diddy go on his downfall all by himself, which I think Diddy's still gonna, it is what it is. Finally, he comes up because Diddy's done a lot of things for hip hop, and music in general, R&B, right? And the man is down. A lot of people not speaking, but Ye finally said. Then he goes completely left field and I think his Twitter account, it's either they're limiting it or whatever. I don't think they fully kicked him off yet. But Ye, some stuff you can't, you need to think stuff through. You know what I'm saying? My mom, or in general, my family members tell you need to think before you speak sometime. You know what I'm saying? And this is why he's in the predicament that he is right now. And that whole thing where he's saying, who keeps saying Ye's back in $1 billion, he's saying that nobody's confirmed nor denied it. But I mean, yeah, his stuff is selling and making money. But I'm like, at the end of the day, dog, your deals could have been a lot cleaner. Point blank, period. Says Kanye West has come out to support Diddy and called on the president, Donald Trump, to release him from jail as he awaits trial for, and I'm just going to put ST and racketeering charges. In an explosive rant on X, formerly known as Twitter, last Thursday, February 6th, Ye stirred more controversy by showing love to the disgraced rap mogul and unveiling a new clothing collaboration with Diddy, Sean John brand, which you guys did post that in the music section of the Discord. Salutes to y'all. Says Yeezy. Hailstorm of tweets began with the simple message, free Puff, before he said all these celebrity N-words and B-words is P-words, right? Okay, I'm doing the edited for YouTube because they like really don't like us going too hard on here. Pause. Y'all watch out for my brother. Says, y'all watch our brother rot and never say ish. He then tagged Trump, who recently reaffirmed his support for and wrote, please free my brother Puff. This is my thing. Ye onto something wrong. You know what? What's it saying? Semi-right message, wrong messenger. And this is a thing too. You don't take everything to social media. You don't run your mouth all over the internet. Some stuff, this is my thing. If you really close with Trump like that, request a meeting, talk to him like that, you know what I'm saying? You could learn a thing or two, and this is probably going to sound weird, from your ex Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? But he did post this on Twitter, and I did see it. And then, at one point I was like, yo, Ye on some stuff. And then he just kind of went on a frenzy and lost it. Says the Chicago native also defended Chris Brown, writing, and this is my thing. Also, Ye, Chris Brown don't been there, done that, handled the business, and went through it all on his own with no support, besides probably family and probably other celebrities behind the scenes, but just kind of kept quiet. But you don't know, you know what I'm saying? It says, we all watched them try to cancel Chris Brown and ain't nobody do nothing. I was P-word then too. Chris Brown, it's like, what substance does Ye get on to make, because whatever is on, I don't want to get on that and go on a rampage. You know what I'm saying? And I could, but I'm just saying I don't want to do that. Says after repeating his widely criticized claimed slavery is a choice, which that one he really needs to wake up. Kanye detailed his admiration of Diddy despite the fact that he previously accused him of being a Fed. And it's the thing, I don't think nobody, reading this and acknowledging it, but to be honest, I'm surprised where you be like, well, why ain't nobody just pull up and fight Gay, this and that third? Honestly, it's getting to the point where I think people would just ignore him. You just let him go on. This is not the first time. Just let him go on a rant and do whatever you got to do. Says they trying to prove a point, and y'all know that y'all effing know that ain't sitting laughing. That effing internet on Instagram. The man gave his life to us. This is my idol, my hero. He said. He also wrote F. Diago, referencing to the alcohol giant who cut ties with Bad Boy. Oh yeah, that was that liquor company. I did do a live on that too, where that's who was the company that's over Ciroc that we thought Diddy owned for years, but that's who he was partners with. You know what I'm saying? After he sued them for allegedly neglecting his DeLeon tequila brand. So yeah, he brought on the tequila. I like Puff. I think he rolled out like liquor wise, right? I don't know about any of the other stuff as far as what he's done like legally, but I like that he actually knows how to sell a product. And he knows how to find talent. He knows how to find the artist. You know what I'm saying? He knows, no matter how he slice it and dice it, because I know Dunks, he's not a very big fan of Diddy either. But the guy knows how to he knows how to get business. He knows how to sell a product. West then announced the launch of the Sean John collaboration, which is available on Yeezy.com website. The collection includes 3 t-shirts, and profits will be split evenly with the incarcerated mogul, which is Diddy they're referring to. I'm selling the Sean John collaboration to me and my brother spoke about before they locked up, and we're splitting the profits 50-50. So again, I'm not going to go too far in depth in this one too, but looks like Ye is standing with Sean P. Diddy Combs, Puff Daddy, whatever you want to call him. We'll see how it goes. I think there's definitely more stuff on there, but I think Ye gets, and I don't know this, so allegedly, right? Whatever, I don't know where he gets on these rants and just go in left field, man. But let's transition also real quick to 50 Cent's turn on Little Meech by exposing the text and threatening to kick him off BMF. So BMF real quick, right? We're going to close this out for the last part of live. I'm going to be on a joint for like, roughly a strong 7 minutes. So I want to make sure I give everybody enough time as I can. But 50, it seems like he's always beefing with somebody too. But ironically, BMF, which is basically the Big Meech show, basically telling his story, right? Which the show is a slow starter, and yes, there's room for improvement, but it's gotten good. And I think 50's definitely got something that he can work with. But the thing is, now that, him and Rick Ross have been beefing for so long, and to see that now that I guess the real Big Meech, he's out technically. I think he's at a halfway house. He's just got to finish out the year, which if I'm not mistaken, he's probably almost there. But, now you got rock in a hard place. So the real Big Meech is, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna do a show, I think, or he's gonna be a part of some show with Rick Ross. And I'm not talking television show, even though I did see where Rick Ross said he's gonna make his own movie and get better budgeting, this and the third. But apparently Rick Ross does an annual car show and he wants Big Meech to be there, and it's gonna be, I think, dedicated to that. I guess that didn't sit too well with 50, but at the same time, to the best of my knowledge too, Big Meech wasn't allowed to make any money off of this show. And I'm talking a real Big Meech while he was pretty much incarcerated. But now he's out and he's moving differently. But my thing is this, I always thought, and I don't know if you guys seen the BMF joint, the voiceovers and like the storytelling of the narrating of the show, I thought that was Big Meech, real voice. I could be wrong, but I thought that was a real Big Meech's voice. And now 50 has his son Lil Meech over there doing the show as well. So, and apparently they went at it, but apparently 50 Cent has already declared war on Big Meech, and he was not set his sights on the former drug kingpin son, Lil Meech, who stars in the BMF series as his father. It since deleted Instagram post, a G-Unit boss shares a number of alleged text messages from the actor, real name Demetrius Floonery Jr., which that's Big Meech's real name, showing his confronting about 50, and that's Big Meech Jr. That's Big Meech's son, by the way. That's the junior. Showing his confronting at 50 about his recent attacks about his father. He said, they just told me you want to follow me on Instagram, and now you managing Skrilla Baby with Rocket when I brought him around you first when you didn't have a clue who he was. The younger Meech wrote in the message, now you mad at me when I would take the shirt off my back for you. Yeah, this sounds like something you honestly, I don't think I would text all that to my homie, man. I'd be like, hey, cool, where can we meet and talk? Not fight, not meaning fight this and third. Let's sit and talk like men, figure this the F out. And if we can't agree, let's agree to disagree. Cause you can do that too, man. Especially with this, cause business is business. So I see both sides from both of these angles. Says, I can't believe this, man. You act like as if I'm your enemy. I've only showed you love and loyalty. I'm human. I go through my own ish, but I never switched up on you. The 24-year-old addressed Big Meech's recent link up with 50's longtime nemesis Rick Ross and claimed that it was simply because of money. F. Ross, but he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts, he said, referencing the hit Star show. The internet ish is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life. So I always wondered, I ain't gonna say worried, I always wondered, right? Do celebrities and stuff who do like shows and do like movies, after that, they don't get paid again to their next gig, so they gotta make it last and stretch out. I'm not saying they're struggling, but I mean, like, I'm assuming you get paid while the season's going on or while you're recording or doing all that, and then after that, like, nobody gets paid again until the next season starts. I mean, I'm assuming they got to get a cut off the reruns. Like if they re-air the show, they got to give them a percentage. But who's to say how much it is? And it probably all varies on how well the shows do. You know, just if I had to guess, I don't know. It says 50 Cent appeared unapologetic to Lil Meech in approach as he wrote back on Instagram. He said, what next season, Lil N-word? So pretty much that was hinting like he don't need it. Which I'm assuming he's got to have something that's under wraps. But I don't think, and I was watching other interviews too, I don't think, even though this is 50's like an executive producer, I think he's still got a lot of people to talk to before he could just cut a show like that and pull the plug. Not saying he still wouldn't pull a yay and do it anyway, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's more to it than that if I had to guess. Let's see where we at real quick. It says implying that he could recast his role in BMF or cancel the show altogether. This is my thing. I don't like, and I'm not saying I haven't seen this done with other shows, but that's my pet peeve is when a show starts out with a main character and have them for X amount of seasons, and out of nowhere they replace him with a completely different looking person. That's who it's supposed to be. Case in point, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when they replaced Aunt Viv. And I know they had some beef and drama over there too, but the second Aunt Viv looked nothing like the first Aunt Viv. And I'm going to just leave it at that. I don't like when they do that. If you show like this, you got to keep using the same original character, like person, or else we going to instantly notice that. At least I do. Says in a follow-up post, which has been deleted, Fifth mocked Meech by saying that he was going to end up on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, adding, I'll give you Mona Scott, Young, executive producer of the reality series, a call for him yesterday. So 50 pretty much went in off on Lil Meech, which he didn't have to do that. It's not necessary, bro. And that thing is 50, well, he may still look good for his age, and I'm not judging another man, but reality is, bro, you're too old to be doing all this stuff, especially with like Lil Meech, who's only 24 years old. 50, you're like what? You're old. You're too old to be doing that, man. And the thing is, I think that you and Ross can sit down and squash the beef too. You know what I'm saying? I think that if you and Fat Joe can do it, you and Rick Ross can do it too. Because at the end of the day, I think, and I'm not trying to pick sides here, but Ross has already come to the sense where, hey, let's come together and make some. We stronger as one. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? But he don't want to take that route, and you can't make him. And 50's different, and he's from New York, and New Yorkers. I'm not trying to pick on New York, but I mean, Fifth is just his own individual, and I don't know what it really stands between him and. Like, I'm very curious what the beef between him and Rick Ross really deep down is. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Rick Ross has probably forgot why they're probably even a real beef to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's another people that we see. If they see, I wouldn't be surprised if we catch these people had to be on the same flight every now and then, even though they probably most likely fly private, But I'm just saying, like, ain't nothing going to happen because they got to get to their shows and do what they got to do. Says a drama erupted earlier this week when 50 implied that Big Meech, who was released from prison last year after spending decades behind bars on drug trafficking and money laundering charges, had broken the street code. The power mogul posted a picture of the rat captioning with "I think I'm Big Meech," referencing the lyrics from his rival Rick Ross' hit song BMF, Blowing Money Fast, which I remember that song and everybody loved it. It says in the caption, 50 hinted that all will be revealed soon, writing, "The biggest mistake he ever made was not sustaining his relationship with Tammy Cohen. Her tell all documentary reveals the truth." Tammy Cohen is a credited producer on 50's BMF series, and he has been accused of being a police informant after spending years working as Meech's assistant and business partner. So who knows, man? I don't know. But 50 obviously not feeling too comfortable. And I'm going to read the last part of this article, and I'm going to get ready to wrap things up here because we're coming right up on that hour mark. It says the BMF, the Black Mafia family co-founder, has yet to respond to 50's snitching allegations, but Rick Ross has fired back on his behalf, taunting his old enemy in a video posted on social media with a fake cry as an intimidated 50. Rose said N-word took a picture with Rick Ross. He then returned to his regular voice and snapped, "You like HOE, N-word, put your back against the wall and just slide down." All right, so I'm going to leave it right there. But this is my thing, too. The reason the real Big Meech, and I'm not saying because his son is Lil Meech, but the reason Big Meech, the person who started the Black Mafia family, which is what BMF is, even though I think it was supposed to be shortcast as like a record label. Let me put myself back on the main screen real quick. But reality is, homie's still probably gonna, like, if he's in a halfway house, he's got to walk a tightrope, for one, and he still want to move correctly. He's not stupid. And then two, because the thing is, the type of money they say Big Meech was getting, you don't make all that by accident, dog. And let's just keep it real. But reality is, what I was trying to say is, like, ain't no point in him going back and forth on the internet. No disrespect. When Meech was moving, like the social media stuff like that, that's new to him. He's probably gonna not look good, even if he can say some stuff back to defend himself. And then two, yeah, Big Meech is he about money. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, he's not gonna go back and forth with that dude. Point blank. That's why he's not saying anything. He's moving. Real G's move in silence. And too many people look up to Big Meech, and whether he snitched this and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's a story that he has to tell. And for whatever reason, he doesn't feel he's loyal to 50. And to be honest, even though Buddy, his brother, I think, because he got out first. Remember, what was it, Terry? He wasn't loyal to 50 either, if I'm not mistaken. He took pictures with the op too. So my thing is this: if there's any form of truth, which they said in that BMF, pretty much the series that 50's got going on, it says loosely based on the truth, but from what I got from it, he's always going to be loyal to his brother. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. And the same with Lil Meech. He's going to be loyal to his dad. You know what I mean? It's business, but at the same time, how many people say family first? And I'll just leave it right there, man. That was a perfect little segue to end it up. But let's go ahead and wrap things up for the night, man. I've been on this joint for like an hour and definitely had a long day at work, man. And probably got another one ahead of me tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap things up a little bit early tonight, even though I did go the full hour. But I will be back live again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. But until then, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new. And if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. And what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional town halls. Y'all know this is Music Monday. Definitely got to do some updates on this joint as far as like upcoming stuff that's going on, but definitely we'll be back live again on Monday with another Music Monday, and I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. Definitely more content on the way, and I gotta definitely get caught up in the Discord as well, but I'll see you guys again live on Wednesday, and definitely y'all know I got more content on the way, and yeah, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know ungrateful amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone.